Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for an important game for both of these sides, Samoa versus Chile. Now, this is an interesting contest as both missing out on the quarterfinals, now trying to secure themselves their spot in the semi-finals for ninth place. It's a bit of a weird way of wording it, but that is exactly where these two sides sit. They will be taking on the winner of South Africa versus Kenya, which is currently taking place. The South Africans currently with a 12-5 lead with 2 minutes left on the clock. But looking through at Samoa's starting lineup, it will be Va'a Apilo Maliko, Valvasa Afasua, BJ Lima, Paul Eti Slater, Paul Scanlon, Nauli Letufia, and Malo Letiro. A man who actually had a nice little impact late in the game. It looks like Kenya are going to score here, and they're going to make it a nice, easy conversion. There might be golden point time in the Kenya-South Africa game, which would mean that this game between Samoa and Chile starts just that little bit later. Looking at Chile's lineup, it will be Yana. Also, they have got Machesi. Hopefully, I've said that correctly. Strabucci, Greba, Kennedy, Alvarado, and also, I believe that is Chimino, the last man in that starting lineup. I'll be honest, I haven't done a lot of Chile's matches, as they aren't really a well-known seven side. They are one of the sides that have come in as the invitational teams, but they've made the most of their opportunities, actually having a couple very good performances throughout the leagues that they've been a part of. I think Samoa, after that last game up against New Zealand when they were defeated badly, they'll be definitely looking for a win. Is this the final or pool game, says Sebastian? So it is a ninth place quarterfinal. So what that means is both teams missed out on the actual quarterfinals, but now they find themselves playing off for a chance at ninth place. Kenya's going to win this game. Kenya just scored against South Africa, and now more than likely, Kenya will be going on to face the winner of this contest, which more than likely also has a chance of being the Samoans. But that is a massive upset for number 13th ranked Kenya to take down number 3 ranked South Africa. Now, not too far away from this game taking place, like I mentioned, through at those benches, Mataval, Falaniko, Opitai, Nuilivaya, and also Afuina, the last man in there. So for Samoa, they've made quite a few changes in their lineup. Maybe because last game it just didn't quite work out for them. Game before that, they did all right, and it was a bit of a shame that Spain weren't able to get that conversion, because if they did, Samoa actually would have been through to the next stage. When is Fiji playing? They are playing at 5:05 p.m. New Zealand time, and we will be covering that one on the channel as well. That is their quarterfinal fixture, the actual quarterfinals, and that will be up against the Argentinians. So that was probably the hardest game of the quarterfinals. Alongside that, there's Ireland versus the USA, Australia versus New Zealand, and there is also Great Britain taking on the French. But now they are showing the ninth place quarterfinals, showing these two sides on the screen. Samoa 5th ranked at the moment in the overall 7 circuit. I think there's certainly room for improvement for the Samoans. They've had some good moments throughout this tournament, don't get me wrong. Their win over the Spanish was impressive, but then they did lose to the USA 14 points to 12, and then proceeded to lose to New Zealand by about a 40-point margin, which really did hurt them. But this young Chilean side hoping to make an impact. We've already seen Uruguay get themselves an upset win over the Fijians. Could we see another South American side get a win over the Pacific Island nation? Do let me know who you think will be winning this game in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, and also who you think might have a chance of scoring the first try. If I was a betting man, I would say that Paul Scanlon's got a real good shot being able to go on and get himself a possible try. But Ricardo Duarte, in charge of this one, who's winning the Blues game, says Xavier, I believe the Blues will, but I don't think it should be as one-sided on the betting odds as it is. The Brumbies are a strong side, and I think they're going to end up going all right, but the Blues may just be a bit too much for them. That amount of All Blacks that they've got in their side. We will be covering that game straight after this one, and we will actually have a guest for that live stream as well. I couldn't tell you, mate. I don't know who the guest will be yet. We'll see. That's him. Kicked off, knock on from Samoa. In fact, knocked on by Chile in the end, they have said. So now Paul Eti Slater passes across to the side here. Another step, falling down a little bit there, Lutero. And also we have got the all games apart from the Rebels game. It's been woeful, says Xavier. And George as the guest. It is George as the guest, yes. Afasua now just outside of the 22. Nice work in the breakdown from Chile, but they'll go back for the original offside that time. Was against Yana. It's like Samoa, not in any hurry. Yeah, they want to make sure that they're having a majority of the position in this game and really dictating where the match ends up going. Scanlon now. Going to be kicking that one into touch. Paulo Duarte in charge of this one. I think I said Ricardo Duarte. Of course, that's Ricardo James Duarte, the South African, who is no longer in the competition, I believe, at this stage. Well, they'll still have a chance of playing off the 13th South African, so it's not completely over yet for them. Now, thrown in nicely and well taken by Chile. Going off to the right-hand side. Like I mentioned, I haven't seen too much of this Chilean side in action, but that's going to be Greba going down the wing, close to the touchline. Nicely kept in the field of play, though. And the thing is, with these invitational sides, they're normally pretty unpredictable. And as long as they go out there and play with passion, a lot of people respect them. I remember when Uruguay were in that scenario. And now, like I mentioned, in this tournament, managing to get themselves a win over the Fijians. Looks like Valvas Afasua has wrestled for that ball in the breakdown. Takes it nicely. Now back across to the left-hand side. Leteru sits down one of the Chilean players. Now it will be Afasua down the wing. Cuts back inwards. Leteru joins the breakdown again. And Samoa going with quite a few changes in the starting lineup. Paulette Slater wrestled down, thought about getting up again. Samoa yet to really give Chile any possession in this matchup. Nice inside ball to Paul Scanlon. Double step. He's going to be in a good position now. Wrestled almost down. Not quite able to take it. Was Greba. And that will be the first try of the match. And it was Paul Scanlon. I got that right. Brilliant work from Paul Scanlon. Scoring the try. His fourth of the Vancouver Sevens. Big fend there on Greba, who almost got the ankle tap, but just ended up missing the ankle in the end. And Scanlon scores. This is great work from Samoa. And the thing is, in a game up against a side like Chile, they should have at least 75, 80% of the possession. And that looks like that's exactly what they're going to try and do. Currently, the score sits 7-0 in favor of the Samoans over Chile. We have just learned that the other team in the next match for the Samoans will actually be Kenya. A big upset when they were able to beat the Blitzboks in their contest with a last-minute try. That's going to be put high. No one got a hand to it, so it rolls into touch, and it will now be the Chile line-out. Going to be Alvarado to throw this ball in for Chile. They didn't do too bad in a couple of their games. They did get beaten quite badly by Canada, but games up against Australia and also Ireland, they still tried extremely hard, which was great to see. Now going off to the right-hand side. Another step here for Leteru. Goes off to Paul Scanlon. Goes round on the outside. Great stepping from the Samoan number 10. Ball still available. That might be, yes, it is Chile's ball. Great work from their youngster Greba again. Get the turnover. 3 minutes remain in this first half. Be kicking this one. No, in fact, they take the tap. Now, that is something Samoa used to do, and it used to get them in quite a bit of trouble when they were deep inside of their own area, but nice run forward from Greba. Is he the only Chilean player on the field? It seems to be that he has done a majority of what has happened early on. That is a good run there from Stabuche. Now going short side. Here comes Greba. Oh, he might get himself a contract for some union side if he's not careful here, Greba. Nice run for Chimeno. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Scrum feed for the Samoans. Now, it looks like there's a bit of a bleeding lip scenario for, I want to say that is Yana. Looks like he is going to be okay to continue. I'm just going to very quickly check my Wi-Fi. Make sure that we are running smoothly. Unfortunately, we've had a couple of glitches with the chat every once in a while that does stop it from coming through on my live streaming software, even if messages are still coming through. If that makes sense. Now, ball's going to be fed in by Letufia. Now Paulette Slater tries to go on the outside. No, nice ball float. Goes to Pilomaleko. He should be able to go in for the try, but he's been stopped there by Yana, just short of the line. Now another offload. All they need is this ball to just sit up. BJ Lima did well to get it back to Vavasa Afasua Leteru now. What does he want to do? Let's get wrestled down again nicely by the Chilean defense. Now Pilomaleko tried to bump off him, but Strabushi makes the tackle. Going back across. Afasua. One more on the outside, on the left-hand side of the field. Nice tackle by Greba. Samoa. I mean, Chile's defense has been strong at the moment. Nicely stolen in the breakdown from Chile. They'll get the ball back, but they're going to have a huge amount of pressure on them now. Greba goes around the side of the breakdown. Goes off to his left. At the moment, Samoa just trying to put the Chilean side back inside of their own goal area. Thought about the off-throw. Rabuche from his back. Goes to Marquetzi. Dropped on his head. Now Chile. Wow, beautiful seller, the dummy. Here he comes now. I believe that is going to be Chimino. I think it's Chimino. That's how you say it. He scored the try for Chile, and they're going to go into halftime 7-7. I really struggle with that name. It's the T at the start. It's spelled Tchimino. Chimino. The T is silent. A great seller, dummy. The pass was silent too because he didn't do it. Straight in for the try. Lovely stuff from Chile. And they will now get back to an even playing field at halftime. Very good work at the moment from the underdogs, the massive underdogs as well. I don't even know how much they would have been paying for this match, but I assume it would have been massive. In fact, while we're at halftime, perfect time to be able to check what they are sitting on. So, for Chile to win this game, for anyone wondering, we'll go to sport, we'll go to rugby union. Chile to win this game was paying $26. And now it's frozen because I think the TAB have panicked and gone, wait on. Chile weren't supposed to score in that first half, but they've certainly got a chance in the second. They didn't have much of the possession, but when they did have it, they were effective in the way that they were playing. And the 10 carries, 13 passes, and they were patient, which was the main thing. They didn't want to go with too many aggressive plays. Okay, they've gone down to $25 now, Chile, but still locked out as an option. Ryan Lima, I mean, you could ask the question of what he's saying to his team. I'm sure it's not good job, boys. That was close. I'm sure it will be something like, what the F are we doing out there, boys? Get out there. Try and do a little bit better. Let's get ourselves an early try up against Chile and let's win this game. We need to win it. Could be a case of both underdogs coming through. Kenya for the South African game, maybe Chile for the Samoan. Although there's also a chance that Samoa come out in the second half and win this game like 35 points to 7. Because they've just got that ability. Chile gone down to $28 underdogs now. You just never know. I feel like I'm keeping a closer eye on that odds than I am for the lineups. There we go. We got the lineups back now. Vavas Afasua awaiting the kickoff of his teammate. But they do decide to go to the other side of the field. It's gone high, close to the touchline. I believe that was out on the full. Yes, it was. So Chile now will get themselves another tap from the halfway line. $17 underdogs now, Chile. So it just shows how quickly it can change. And sevens is that unpredictable. You just never know what's going to happen. Which is why it makes it so entertaining. Chile might have a shot. Says Kevin exactly right. Like, they're not out of this game by any means of the word. Like 7 points to all up against the Samoan side that have beaten. I mean, Samoa have won gold medals. And it just seems like at the moment they're not quite clicking in this contest. Okay. Referee just having a bit of a conversation with the front row. Right. They're standing up again. The ref's just going, this is not good enough, boys. Come on. Get it down, get it sorted, and let's have a good old scrum. Of Of course, the referee is Portuguese, so he doesn't quite sound like my accent.
Get it down.
Now, Alvarado about to feed the ball in. It is Chile's feed, I should mention. Now they are going off to the right-hand side. Little stutter step there. Now, big counter ruck from Samoa. Great work, though, from Chile. Now, Pilo Maleko just fights for it like he always knows how. And I mentioned him as one of the key players in an earlier fixture in the Samoan competition, or sorry, the earlier Samoan Sevens campaign, because of the way he turns it over. What place are they playing for? If they win this game, they're in the playoff game to win 9th place. So they managed to just narrowly miss out on the quarterfinals, the Samoans. That was due to Spain actually not taking a kick quick enough, because they would have beat the USA and then Samoa would have gone through. Due to that, it meant that they did end up missing. Are you covering the quarterfinals with New Zealand? And says Kevin, we aren't going to be doing New Zealand's game. We will keep you updated on what the score is in that New Zealand versus Australia fixture. But the plan at this stage is to do Super Rugby Blues versus Brumbies. Then I will be popping over and doing some of the Fiji, or doing the whole Fiji versus Argentina Sevens match, and then popping back for the rest of the Super Rugby live stream. While the Super Rugby live stream is still going, though, we are going to have George as a guest. We're going to have my mum pop on for a little bit, for a bit of a chat. And sure, you're going to find plenty of entertainment across both of those streams. Now, nice fend from the Chilean number 10. Beautiful offload. Here come Chile again. This is going to be a try, unless, oh no, he's going to get caught by Paul Scanlon. A meter from the line, throws the ball backwards, and somehow Samoa have, wow, I've just been able to stop that try, which looked like it was a certainty for the Chile side to score. Samoa now working it back out to their own 22. That is the kind of effort you want to see from a side that have been struggling a little bit in their last couple games. Letufia. In fact, it's Naolivaya just bumps him off. He's going to be able to jog it in for the Samoans. And that will be their second try of the match. Now, they stop the Chile try at one end of the field. They go on and get themselves the try at the other. Sevens can be a harsh game. And thank you, says DT. No worries. So, yeah, we will be covering that Fiji versus Argentina one that is taking place at 5:05. That is one of the quarterfinals as well, I should mention. But Naolivaya does manage to score it. It was a great run in the end by Strabucci. And I can listen to 2 streams of you. You'd have to, if you're on a mobile device, it's a bit tricky. I don't think you are able to do so. But if you're on a computer, you can have 2 tabs open, both on YouTube. So one stream will have George and my mum. The other stream will have myself doing the Sevens. But the Sevens one will go for 20 minutes. Then we'll be popping back to the Super Rugby. And that is also in the second half of the Super Rugby matchup. We will be there for the whole first half. Myself and George. Some of you guys will know. It's going to be slapped back. Samoa take the ball again. Right. This is looking more like the Samoans that we knew. Back across. Malani Mataval receives the pass. Quick hands to Scanlon. Cuts on the inside through Chile's defense. And that will be another try. Paul Scanlon, that will be his second try of the matchup now. He's certainly going to be a key in their game up against the Kenyans, who are coming off a win up against South Africa. So they will be confident heading into their game up against Samoa. And go Manu, says TT there. Currently only a couple minutes left in this matchup. I realize the scoreboard's a little bit behind. There we go. That is a lot better. 19 points to 7 in favor of Samoa. I believe they've still got the kick to come as well. Scanlon, a little bit of a grimace there after he had stepped. Hopefully nothing too serious. The injury side of things. He is able to continue, but quite a few supporters still there for the Samoans. Fiji, I'm sure, will have the place rocking a little bit later on at BC Place. It's gone over. And now makes the score 21 points to 7. Kicked off again for Samoa. On the 10 meters, nicely claimed by Chile. It is their replacement, Aveli, who's ended up with that no hands in the breakdown they've said, and it is going to be now a knock-on scrum feed for the Samoans. And I said at halftime, there's a chance that Samoa could go on to win this game 35 points to 7. It's not looking too far off at the moment for a prediction. And hello there, back again. Who's in for Samoa? Says Spider Mix. So they've added a few new players. They've got Fa'a Fuina coming off the bench. Also, Latero gets the starting spot alongside Litufea, Poiti Slater, BJ Lima, all those guys that they have changed how the Olympic rankings work. So the Olympic-wise, top 4 sides qualify automatically. Then the other teams actually have to go through a qualification process to be able to qualify for the Olympics. So it's a little bit of a confusing one, but you definitely want to be top 4 when it comes to the Olympics because then you get easy access into the competition. You get pretty much automatic placing. Now it looks like they are going to be making another change here, Samoa. Another minute and 13 left on the clock. Not too far away from the Blues versus Brumbies game of Super Rugby kicking off, ladies and gentlemen. We will also be covering that one on the channel, so be sure to tune in for that as well. Now Chile going off to the right-hand side. Pass across here. Draw and pass looking good from Chile. Now looking for the pass, or the kick, in fact. Does decide to keep this one in the field of play. Not quite taken cleanly by Foy Falanico, but is picked up by Malani Mataval. Now goes across to Neueli Letufio. Now, Pilomaliko, almost another handling error for Samoa. They hang on to it, though. And what rank is Samoa? Currently, Samoa find themselves in 5th, so they haven't qualified automatically for the Olympics. But if they go far in the next couple legs of the Sevens, they have got a very good chance of doing so. This looks like it will be another Samoan try. And this time, it will be, I believe, the youngster Latiru who has been able to score it. That will be with 20 seconds left. Samoa might consider just letting time run out here rather than going for anything too extravagant and forcing another start. They may just wait till the full-time siren and then kick that ball over the posts. But a much better second half for Samoa compared to the first. Sounds like they will still have time for one more play. That is the full-time siren now. And the Samoans, they will be kicking off to Chile. 28 points to 7, like I mentioned. So they'll have their big game up against Kenya. I believe that is happening tomorrow morning, New Zealand time. Be sure to tune in for that one as well. Now Malani Mataval kicking this one off. That one will just travel the 10 meters. Chile did decide to play at it. And it looks like they are going to have one last attack and run down the wing here. Staying in the field of play. Now breaking through nicely here for Chile. Maybe a chance for a last-minute try. They get this one right. Going off to the left-hand side. Good hands there. Down the wing. Here he goes. Kennedy's going to score it. And Chile will score at the end of this match to make it 28 points to 12. Now, what we will be doing, ladies and gentlemen, is popping straight over to Super Rugby. That does start in about 60-second times. So if you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I will see you all in a very short moment for Super Rugby.